Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's going on? All right, as you can see from the title, I just passed the 3,000 miles and I wanted to come and kind of review it and let you guys know how it's been the last 3,000 miles. And honestly, I have no words. It's just been a great bike. I mean, anybody that rides a 450 SS just knows how awesome this bike is. And when I first got it, I was so intimidated by it. I actually remember regretting it as I was leaving the dealer, going like, "What the hell did I just buy?" Because this is my first ever sports bike ever. The previous bike that I had was a 300K, which was, it was an upright naked bike. But, you know, so when I got in this bike and I started riding it, I was like, "Holy crap, this bike is heavy." What did I get myself into? It's a sports bike. I'm leaned over in the forward position. I remember having those regrets, and I remember riding on the freeway thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to turn back and I need my 300 back. Well, I am glad I did not turn back, because after a couple of days of getting to know the bike and actually realizing that this bike has one of the most upright positions for a sports bike. It's not all the way lean forward because of this clip-ons. You can see how they're raised up like a true sports bike. The handlebars are like right here, kind of like our Yamaha R1 and some of those guys. So once I started riding it, I quickly realized, oh, this is actually pretty good, you know. And I started watching a lot of YouTube videos and kind of gauging to what everybody else thinks about the bike. And slowly but surely I started loving the bike. Now, stock, like as you can see, I've done a lot of mods to this bike, and I guess I know some of you want to know, like, stock wise, just the way I bought it stock, was the bike worth it? Yes, it was worth it. Now, on the manual it says 50 horsepower and I don't know, 29 foot-pound of torque, and for me it's more than enough. Like, now if you ride a bigger bike and whatever, for you guys, yeah, it might seem like, but for everyday rider, this is more than enough. I can get on the freeway just as fast. I can ride in the city. It's all about the skill. I've developed such good skills riding this motorcycle that, I'm holding my own. And I'm not racing anybody, even though sometimes it's funny. I'll be on the riding and somebody will pull up to me and you can tell they want to race. I'm like, nah, it looks like like you just see a motorcycle, you think, oh, okay, let's time a race. But no, it's I'm just riding, I'm just cruising, I'm just riding my ride, right? But anyway, so yeah, it's been no issues at all. Now, I know that's one of the things that a lot of people ask about CFMOTO bikes, is like, oh, what's a long-term review? Well, now I don't have a long-term review. I'm 6, 7, 8 months into this thing, and we'll wait and see, right? So all of you guys that have fears about these kind of bikes, you just have to be patient. Wait for us and other YouTubers that have this bike, and wait like a year, 2 years, and we'll let you guys know how it is. But if you've been riding for a year, a couple of months, it's still early to know. But so far so good, no issues at all. Electronics are wonderful. That TFT dash, it's so beautiful to look at. Look at that. It's so beautiful to look at. It's bright. You can adjust the brightness. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I got 3,047 miles. It shows you the temperature outside. Obviously, shows you what gear you're in. It's got Bluetooth connectivity, which I connect to my helmet. Yeah, I mean, look at the rev range. The rev range, I don't know if you can see from the sun, all the way to 14,000. 14,000, guys. I've never even redlined this thing, but that's how much this little quote unquote low cc bike can do. But here's the thing that I did that made the last 3,000 miles absolutely amazing. I got a tune. The ECU is under the seat here. I got a tune for this bike. Now, why did I get a tune? Do you need to get a tune? No, but I gotta tell you, I don't know what the tune did. I mean, I know what it did, You know, they told me they added a little bit of horsepower, a little bit of torque, which I can feel. Now, on top of the tune, I changed the air filter. I got a DNA air filter, and I don't know how to explain it, but you just have to ride the bike. It's just night and day. I mean, the bike just goes faster, right? Whatever that means, and it just goes, man. And of course, I got that fake Yoshi exhaust, but whatever. It still works. It sounds great. It's got pops, and I can hear it through my helmet. It sounds incredible. And I got the DB killer in it, so it's just a great slip-on. And there's so many slip-ons out there in the market. So I just went with Yoshimura, so it's great, you know. But anyway, so yeah, the tune, the ECU tune and the air filter just made this bike just absolutely amazing. I mean, when I'm riding, I'm smiling like an idiot. You know, it's just awesome, man. I'm pulling like, you know, obviously, you know, I mean, 30 pounds-foot of torque, you know, whatever, right? But it goes, man. I'm taking off faster than anybody. I'm holding my own on the freeway, you know. I mean, the top speed is 125, you know. I think I've gone to 90, but whatever, right? You know, I'm not racing anybody, so I'm just enjoying my bike. It is not a daily rider. You can ride it for hours. I mean, the most I've ridden it is 2 hours, and then I started hurting my back a little bit. Nothing wrong with the bike. It's just because you're hunched up over a little bit, and you know what you're getting into when you have a sports bike, right? And then the seat. This is a tall seat, so that made a huge difference. You know, it's got more padding, so like I said, it just, so the seat, the filtered tune and the air filter, the filter, just makes this overall riding experience just that much better. All right, and then okay, obviously you guys saw I changed the tires. These are the Dunlop Mutant tires. They're just great. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. They have a V shape, so when I'm leaning, I mean, they're really leaning. Confidence inspiring tires, man. They're right. They're just awesome, guys. I mean, look at that tread pattern. I mean, just awesome. I don't know how else to explain it. Just awesome tires. Now, the stock tires are okay, but okay is not, you know, what I was looking for. I think whenever you get tires, you can ride them. I do the same thing with my car. You just ride them, and then if it's time to change your brakes or whatever, go to like something better, right? So that's what I did. I went to a much better tire, and I have no regrets. No regrets at all, right? So let's start it up. Let me go come on the other side so you guys can hear the exhaust. All right. It's not a cold start. It's a little bit warm, but I mean, listen to that, guys. That's just awesome. I have no words, guys. It's just a great bike. It's just a great bike. You know, it's just a great bike. So yeah, 3,000 miles, 0 issues. I stay on top of the oil change. I've done I just did the 3,000 mile oil change, so that's the 3rd oil change, I believe. And you know, it's great. Mirrors are great. You can see these mirrors from, I mean, I put these what do you call these, blind spot mirrors, just because I think it's necessary. I have them in my car too, so you know, when it lights up, when you turn it on, these lights come on really nice. You won't be able to see it right now during the day. Yeah, it's a great bike. You can see all these mods that I did, all this carbon fiber stickers and whatever. I mean, those are just cosmetic. They just make the bike look nice, you know. But yeah, anybody looking for a CFMOTO 450, you're thinking about getting it, I mean, what's stopping you? It's just an overall great bike, man. I don't know what else to say. Oh, and the other thing too, so when I changed this slip on, the stock, oh, so that's the other thing too. The tank, this is a top heavy tank. And I think that's why when I first got on the bike, I was like instantly regretting it. Because I was like, man, this thing is heavy. So yeah, so CFMOTO's, the tank, it's a 3.7 gallon. So it's a big tank, which is good. But so I wasn't used to the bike being top heavy, right? So that's the thing that I guess took me a while to get used to. But you get used to it, you know. When I sit on it, I can, not flat-footed, but, you know, like kind of like that. I'm 5'6", by the way, so 5'6" with a tall seat, you know, I can put my foot, but not completely flat-foot, but it's fine. You know, as you guys know, when you're riding the bike, you don't feel the weight when you come to stop, so just make sure you got good footing. But anyway, so the stock exhaust is 7 pounds, guys. That thing is freaking heavy. So I remember when I changed it, I was like doing curls with it. I'm like, man, that thing is heavy. And this thing is like less than a pound, whatever, a pound. So totally worth it. Shaved off like 7 pounds. So yeah, so I you know, it's just a great bike. I'm 150 pounds, so this bike with a full tank of gas is probably right now, it's probably like 360, 359. So perfect for me, right? Yeah. So all these models that you see, these are just cosmetics, make the bike look good. But yeah, I can't complain, man. You know, I do my chain cleaning and everything, you know, periodically. You know, it's not too bad right now, but you know, you just gotta maintain your chain, you know. Oh, and the other thing too, I bought me one of those tire inflator kits, and every time you get on a ride, I do it. I just, it's part of my pre-trip. I check the tire pressure. I put the stock tire pressure just like the manual says, and you're good to go, man. All it takes is a minute. You know, check the tires, make sure they're good to go. So yeah, I still got the stock clutch lever, but I changed the brake lever. Nothing wrong with it. I just, you know, and then of course I got this cruise thing here that works perfect on the freeway. And I'm going on those long rides. Like I said, every time I ride this bike, I'm doing over 150 miles to 200 miles. So when I'm in a long stretch, I do use the cruise control, and it works perfect. At first, I was like, but yeah, you know, you gotta have relief pressure on your right hands, right? Yeah, this is a aftermarket windscreen. The stock was like right to here, so this blocks wind, man. It does its job when you're tucked in. Yeah, what else can I say, man? Absolutely love the bike, love the color. They call it a nebula excuse me, nebula white. It's peeling off a little bit, like I said, but this is cheap, you know, so it doesn't bother me. And if this comes off, I'll just buy another wrap, like $10, you know, whatever. It's good. But yeah, so this is my 2024 CFMOTO SS 3,000 mile review. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. And stay safe out there, guys. Wear your gear, and I'll see you guys on the next ride. Peace. God bless.